Hey, hi all. Hope you're all doing great. Today I am back with something very interesting. As you all know that the tech industry is going through massive shift. In fact, I would call it as an inflection point where AI is being used in all of the different products that we are building today. And AI plays a big role in the entire product development process as well, right? So today I got to see this interesting quote from Madhu on Twitter, and found it very interesting in terms of how even the big companies are adopting to it, right? And very specifically, one of the cultural shifts happening in the PM industry is also something which came to my notice and want to talk a little bit more about it today. So, in this post, Madhu talks about how the building process, especially the product development process, is undergoing a shift. Where earlier it used to be like the PMs used to write PRDs, give it to the engineers, and they work on it, and a little bit of back and forth happens, and the product goes out, right? Saying that this culture is primarily shifting, and the number one reason for that is the availability of different tools to quickly prototype the ideas, which gives the PM the leverage to communicate his idea very without any ambiguity. Because in the earlier cases, a lot of things get missed during the PRD phase and the back and forth that happens after that, right? So with this thought in mind, I really want to quickly show you a prototype in terms of how you can actually build prototype very easily using certain tools out there, right? So like today I want to very specifically take an end-to-end example and show you how you can actually launch an idea within a couple of minutes, right? So let me quickly run you through an idea. So I had this very interesting idea. So I like recently has been a big fan of indoor plants and found that indoor plants can be great in terms of improving the aesthetics of the house, rooms, and also it can be very great in terms of also purifying the air, right? So even there are studies around it from NASA in terms of how plants can play a big role in terms of purifying the air, right? So inspired from that, I was thinking about a simple business concept, which is what I want to show you, and probably in the subsequent steps, I would build a proof of concepts to make that idea live, right? So let me jump into the process. Starting, I had this idea. Now the first step is to expand on this idea. Right? So for this, I take ChatGPT. I quickly jot down the idea. Hey, I want to start a business to make indoor more aesthetic with plants and make it toxic free, especially plants that are residual maintenance, clean air quality, etc. Help me develop this idea and suggest a name. Right, that's the first query I gave. So they gives me the idea and say that hey, it can be called Zen living, and the products services can be hey all these things like Zen plants. You can sell Zen pots, Zen mini gardens, Zen decors, like Zens. All these things can be done. So they have interestingly suggested me already a lot of product lines and also some of these services, right? And they itself gave me some idea in terms of hey, what could be the value proposition, right? So it can be aesthetic plus wellness in one package. You could emphasize on scientific proof to prove this theory, and things like plug and play for urban consumers, hybrid model in terms of e-commerce plus on-site consultation, target audience. It gave me a few plant catalogs, go-to-market strategy, brand names. I really like the Zen Living one, and it also suggested me the next steps, right? So now, inspired from this, what I'm gonna do is, hey, help quickly. I'll say that hey, I really loved the entire plan. Also the names and living. Can I now get a PRD for a one page website uh, which I can feed into lovable website builder. Right, so that's it. I'm going to give it a prompt, and it is going to give me a quick one pager, right? Bunch of things, right? So there's a very quick way to create a prototype. Like you can literally write the PRD by yourself or give more inputs to it. But like for the demo, I'm just showing you quick one, right? So so it gives a hero section, so it gives a page goal, target audience, the bios of created plan, case, subscribe for design consultation, corporate leads for indoor wellness solutions. Okay, so it gives me a target audience, all these things I put, like it gives breakdown of the entire website, it gives you testimonials and stuff like that, and footer, everything, right? Okay. So I need to make all these things, right? Like yeah, so like asking me, hey, would you like me to generate the exact prompt? So I'll say, hey, like generate an exact prompt for Lovable. Right, so yeah, so it gives me the exact prompt. So I start with this. It gives me like product, send leaving and all the stuff. They also give me design preferences. So I can verify all these things, add my inputs, change the PRD, right? All those things. I'm just copy pasting it. Going to lovable.ai. Sorry, dev. I already have an Excel. I'm just asking, hey, this is a prompt. Just made a website, right? So there are other options as well here, right, where you can upload mockups via references for better results. So all these features you can explore, but this is a quick navigation or like workflow to get a idea flushed out, right? So let me do that. So I'm just putting it out there. Right, so it gives me like so it has started spinning the website. So now you can see the entire website we created. Right, so like within a couple of minutes, you can see from a business idea to expanding on the business idea to building a website. Right, that's a workflow which I'm showing you. Right, so let's look at that. Right, so it's going to be ready in a couple of seconds, and you could see the preview. Right, so it's that fast. Right, like so. What I want to show through this whole video is about the ability for somebody to come and develop an idea from scratch to a website or a prototype is so fast, right? In a couple of minutes, you can get it up and live. Yeah. I'm also going to show you a couple of other websites that I've spin up. Meanwhile, this is getting ready, right? So, like I've been previously working on an idea, which is like basically a startup launch pad for the content creators. So this is something which I created. They say that there is some error, right? So I'm just going to check it. Okay, so this is a kind of another landing page that I created using a prompting. So basically, like a launch pad for content creators. That was the idea. Like I created it entirely using. So you can see the whole thing detailed. The hero section talks about the program, why the program, like what are the benefits, like how you can get ROI, return on investment on the money that you put in, like what is inside startup launchpad, the comparison, everything, right? Like so, it beautifully listed down, and you can actually put a joint wait list also where you could kind of the wait list, right? So there's a idea which I worked like in my previous company, which I again did with Lovable, right? So very quickly did this prototype. Did this thing for a friend who was building a fitness program. This again like build using Lovable, right? Like within a couple of minutes, right? So yeah, I just want to show like the power of these tools, right, in order to get things up and running very quickly, right? So, see, the website is still getting spinned up, so we can wait, right? So, meanwhile, I just want to quickly talk about it, right? So, while you're building this, right, like if you want to keep on adding more features and stuff like that, right, you can go to this section basically and give it prompts, very pure English prompts, and it will help you like make those changes, right? Like be it like adding a logo or adding a new section, or you want can so these tools have the capabilities for it. I'm not going in depth into all those things, but I'm talking about the basics in this video, and I think we can go in depth into details, right? Like CC, right? Like how beautiful this website has come up, right? Like, hey, nature redesign, breathe life into your space, air purifying plants plus premium design for modern internal living, right? So talks to them, you think, hey, beautiful website, right? Spain, like, yeah, all these things we can change, right? Like, but you can see, right? Like the entire website is up and running, right? Like now you can work on this by going here, right? For example, hey, like you wanna create the flow from here, right? Like subscription flow, right? Book of free consultation flow, right? All these can be prompted and added, right? But you see the power of it, right? By putting basic English language prompts, you could actually come and build a business idea, right? So that's the power of these tools. So do explore. It's called lovebuild.dev, and I'll be coming with more detailed videos around all these tools. But it's a very simple workflow I want to show today in order to talk about the power of these tools. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you soon.